All right, Javier, a roller coaster finish, but what can you just say about Efrain's go-ahead goal there in the final couple of minutes? And what's the energy like in that locker room right now?
I mean, that's the talent and the quality that Efrain has. That's why I'm the first one who expect a lot of him because I mean he's a diamond. He needs to improve a lot. He needs to learn. He's very young, but I always told him that he's a national team player. We need to expect national team players' performance like today when he came into the pitch or when sometimes he starts. So that's what all LA Galaxy uh, club and family expect from him. It's like put all the effort, put all of the talent, and then sometimes you can play good games, you can play bad games. It's part of this profession, but at least you need to play like a national team player like he is. So just today it's a reminder for him and for all of us of the talent that he has.
Well, you shown tonight as well, too. Coming out of the locker room in the 47th minute, you were able to find the back of the net. What did you see on that pass from Sebastian, and how good did it feel to punch one in?
No, I think it was an amazing counter press and transitional goal. I mean, when Kevin pressed and then the ball came to Sasha. Well, that's what I remember. Probably it wasn't like that exactly, but I remember that Kevin pressed, recovered the ball, and then the pass from Sasha was phenomenal. Passing lines and then just putting Sebas in a very great position, and then Sebas put me like the cherry of the pie. That was the only thing that I need to do. No, don't miss that chance. And yeah, I think it was an unbelievable play that we did in a counter press and then in a very good transition.
Well, thank you very much, Javier. Congratulations on bringing home 3 points.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nikki. We'll go next to Damian Calhoun with the Daily News. Damian, go ahead.
Hey, Javier. What can this group learn from this game? First half, you guys had a lot of possession. You come on second half and get the goal, and at times it looked like you guys were working close to that second goal, but it never came until late. What can this group learn going forward?
There's a lot of games that happen the same stuff that we need to know how to manage these games, and we need to know how to convert that possession into very offensive attacks and plays, and then from there we need to make the score bigger. I think. I mean, with all the respect of the team we play against today, that they were very good. They play a very direct team, direct plays, and just second challenges most of the time, and they're very physical, right? But I mean, we need to learn that. We need to learn when it's time of possession and when we need to convert that possession into goals. So we can manage the game in a more comfortable way.
And then one more about Efrain there. You've been around for 2 years now. What's the biggest difference from this year to last year?
I mean, I think it's Greg, the system, the way that the philosophy, the mindset of this whole organization that we have. It's going to help players like Efra, like Cameron, like Subak sometimes when he plays, Adam, Saldana too. I mean, all of us. He's helping us, all of us, because in the way that we are playing, with the fundamentals that Greg wants us to establish. To manage, and to put it inside the pitch is amazing. So I mean, it's incredible. And then now it was a clear proof of what Efra has in their feet. He has so much talent, and I told him when he runs, when he does the effort, then the rewards come always. That's what my grandfather teach me, and that's when I start scoring goals. It's not because I need to be there and only scoring goals. When I do the effort, when I do all the movements, when I support my teammates, when I do all the grinding, then the goals are just or assists or good performances are just rewards from all that hard work.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Damian. We'll go next to Josh Gessman. Josh, go ahead.
Hey, Javi, just real quick, was there a sense in the whole team that first half wasn't really where you guys wanted to be or how you wanted to play, or was that just about, sort of you guys building into, being a little more attacking coming out in the second half?
I mean, both of them. When you go the first half winning, of course, you're going to be more happy. When you are not losing, you are having the control of the game, at least having the more dangerous chances. I mean, we need to see the bright side, and then thankfully we push a little bit more, and that's why we scored very early, in the second half. So, I mean, it's very easy to speak in the after when the match is ending, but then we always want to stay very balanced emotionally and in that mindset that we need to maintain the possession, the attacking mindset, regardless if they're scoring, we're scoring, we're in front of the score sheet, or we are 0-0 like in the first half.
Thanks, Javi.
I think we'll maybe do one really brief Spanish one. We'll go to Salvador Perez. Salvador, if we can go quickly.
Thank you, Seth. Hola, Javi, ¿cómo estás?
Muerto. ¿Tú?
Ya me imagino. Oye, Javier, yo quería preguntarte, hoy vuelves a anotar con este LA Galaxy. Ahora sí que el hombre que da pie a esta victoria sobre Vancouver Whitecaps. ¿Qué tan importante es este gol y qué tan importante es anotar, sobre todo por tanto que se habla, por la forma en cómo estás callando críticas en ese sentido, por la forma en cómo sigues callando críticas con este LA Galaxy? Gracias.
Créeme que no tiene nada que ver lo que la gente habla o no. La verdad que siempre lo he respetado y lo he dicho. Hablen bien, hablen mal. Obviamente son sus opiniones y bienvenidas sean. Yo solo me enfoco para hacerlo lo mejor para el Galaxy, para mí, para mis sueños, para todo. Entonces, da igual lo que la gente hable. Lo único que yo quiero es darlo todo, ayudar a esta institución y a este equipo estar en los playoffs nuevamente y pelear por un título, porque yo creo en mí muchísimo, y también creo en todos mis compañeros y en toda esta organización de que podamos ser campeones.
Javier, ¿qué significa para ti estar?
Hey, that's all we're going to take, Javier.
Thank you. Gracias.
Salvador. Thanks so much, Javier. We appreciate your time. Thanks for understanding, Salvador. By the way, this is Chris Glidden managing the call, not Seth. I think we have Jonathan Bond standing by, who will hop in here now. If you have a question, feel free to use the hand raise function, and I can call on you accordingly. We'll go back to Josh Guessman. Josh, go ahead.
Hey, Jonathan, thanks for taking the time. A little bit of a roller coaster there at the end for you guys. What did you see from just the reaction after the goal was scored, and the ability for Efrain to sort of put that away, and sort of what was the mindset coming into that second half?
The mindset was to go and win the game. I know we scored not long after half time, and we really wanted to go get the second and the third, but then we couldn't quite get hold of the game and control it, and they kind of pushed on, and the pitch was very difficult. It looked nice, but it was very quick, very jumpy. It was very difficult to get control of the game. They were pressing really well. Every time we played it over the top, the ball just kept going and went out, so we didn't really have that option. And to be honest, they played well. I thought they had a good game, and they put us under a lot of pressure pretty much for at least half an hour of the second half, and it felt like I think maybe we'd try and get up the pitch a little bit more, because it felt like we were playing with 5 minutes to go for like 35 minutes. So yeah, and then obviously they scored late, and we showed massive character, and Efra showed massive technique and ability to hit that in the top corner and get us 3 points. So it's not an easy place to come, and we'll take the 3 points. Very happy.
We'll next open the floor up to Nikki Kay from Spectrum Sportsnet. Nikki, go ahead.
Yeah, Jonathan, congratulations on the win. But towards the end of the game there, it seemed like you guys were conceding more of the pressure to Vancouver. From your viewpoint, what was happening? Where were the breakdowns coming on defense?
I don't think there were too many breakdowns. I think how many shots on target they have? 3, something like that. But the problem was we couldn't get out from that pressure. So it felt like we were defending for long periods of time, and every time we then got the ball, we gave it away, or we tried to hit it over the top and it just went straight out. And then it was just wave after wave. So I'm sure when you speak to the manager, he'll probably be able to tell you better what we should have done differently. But from our perspective, to be under that much pressure for that long and defend crosses and defend aerial balls, I thought we defended okay overall. Okay, they got their goal in the end, which they might have deserved, but again, we showed great character and managed to get another goal.
Yeah, and you spoke after last loss about how the main takeaway was still belief in this locker room. What does a hard-fought win on the road do in terms of building that belief and the chemistry you guys need to move forward?
Yeah, it's huge. Obviously, I'm new to the league, so I didn't fully know what to expect. But I know after playing this game, there's definitely no easy games in the league. We wanted to, after a decent performance against Seattle, wanted to come here and dominate the game and get a good 3 points. And it didn't turn out that way. It was a very difficult game in every aspect. So to come into a difficult game with difficult conditions at this altitude as well in the heat, and come away with 3 points when maybe we weren't at our best is a huge positive.
Thanks, Jonathan. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nikki. We'll go next to Marcelino Fernandez. Marcelino, go ahead. Marcelino, do you have a question? All right, we'll move next to Chris Maldonado. Chris, go ahead.
Hey, Jonathan, congratulations on that hard-fought win. Bit of a roller coaster there those last couple minutes. Can you just walk us through what the reaction of your teammates was in that locker room after this game, all of the emotions?
Very happy, obviously, probably a lot of relief. I think when you let in a goal that late, you're thinking you're going to be walking into a very different atmosphere in the changing room, and maybe one full of regret. And instead, I think the main thing was just relief, because it was a tough game. Like I said, we were under pressure for a long time, and we just couldn't get out for the last half an hour of the game. Needed to look after the ball better, and the consequence of that is it's physically demanding and mentally demanding. So there's lots of communication, lots of running, lots of concentration, and that is very draining to do that for such a long period of time. So everyone is, especially because we played a game 3 days ago as well against a very good team. So it is a great win, and one hopefully come the end of the season we'll look back on and think that was a big 3 points.
Awesome, Jonathan. That's all we'll take for tonight. We appreciate your time.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. We have LA Galaxy midfielder Efrain Alvarez. We'll go to questions from Nikki K with Spectrum Sportsnet. Nikki, go ahead.
Efro, wow, what a finish. Congratulations. Can you just walk me through what you saw there on that goal you took with your left foot?
I was waiting. It was honestly a moment that I've been waiting for a long time. I seen it going up for the ball, so I was like, I'm gonna stay back and see if I get the rebound. And luckily, it came to me, and I already knew. Like I had in mind, what I was gonna do, and I was ready for the opportunity.
Jonathan Bond just spoke of the relief that this team felt in the locker room with the go-ahead goal that you provided. But Javier also talked about how he's been on you, pushing you to take chances like that your entire time you've spent on the pitch with him. So can you just walk me through what it meant for you to be able to help your team leave this stadium with 3 points tonight?
Honestly, it means a lot for me. Collectively, we want to get the most points we can right now, and I'm happy, more than happy enough to help the team. And I want the team to be in the first place, and this is where we're working for. And I'm happy that we got the 3 points, and it's a step closer.
Yes, you gave the Galaxy family a lot of reason to celebrate tonight. So congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nikki. We'll go next to Damian Calhoun with the Daily News. Damian, go ahead.
Hey, Efra, congrats on the goal. As you look at this early part of the season, what's the biggest difference for you compared to last year? Is it just with Greg has given you guys a lot of trust into all the teenagers, or what's the biggest difference you think?
First of all, thank you, and Greg been helping us a lot. Since preseason, he helped us learn more our role. Learn more how to play with the team, how to defend, how to attack with the team, and he's been giving not just the young guys but everyone opportunities to play and show themselves. And I think we just have overall like a good collective team. There's obviously stars in the team, and around stars there has to be players that help them. So I think he knows how to mix it well, and I think we have a pretty good chance going far.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Damon. We'll do one more with Chris Maldonado. Chris, go ahead.
Hey, Efra, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, muy bien, ¿y usted?
We're doing good. We are still excited over that last goal. Listen, congratulations on that. I know that it's big. It's always a big moment, especially when it's the game-winning goal. How were you received by your teammates just now in that locker room? I really want to know what that atmosphere's been like.
It was something nice. It's obviously to get the 3 points. It was more than just me. I told them it's not about me. It's about the team. I want the team to succeed, and at the end of the day, whoever scores, it goes for the team, So they obviously congratulated me, but I told them, we're not going to get out of the stadium without 3 points, and that's how we did.
Awesome. Efra, we appreciate your time. That's all we'll take for tonight. Thanks so much, and congrats on the game-winning goal.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. We have LA Galaxy head coach Greg Vanney with us now. We'll go straight into questions from Nikki K. Nikki, go ahead.
Coach, congratulations on the win. A wild couple of minutes of added time there for you. Could you just walk me through your emotions from giving up the goal and then seeing Efra put a cap on it with the go-ahead in the 93rd?
Yeah, it was, to be fair, I was frustrated with how we were managing the 1-0 lead. Just trying to get messages into the guys about shifting the field position a little bit more. We were sitting deep, recovering balls, then trying to play out of pressure and not getting out of pressure, not getting numbers high, and then we were under pressure, kept putting ourselves under pressure. So I felt like it was coming a little bit, again, just because we weren't doing the right things to manage the game, especially in a really difficult place to play like Salt Lake. And so, we've already talked about that as a group. Obviously, once we gave up the goal, it's a frustrating way to give up the goal, but the response was outstanding. Obviously, the goal is a wonder goal from Efra to bury that. So, look, we dug ourselves out one today on an incredible play. And a great save by Bondi. But again, I put it into a category. It's a situation and a save where we just don't need to make that save. If we move our team up the field and we play longer and play into their half the field, we can shift the field position. And I think manage that game with a little bit more security. But to be fair, this is a hard place to play with the altitude, a little bit the temperature. It's an opposition who has no shame and no fear in just playing balls direct up into their strikers, and our center backs are battling all night for first balls and second balls. And so, it became one of those nights, but proud of this guys. They showed character once again this year, and they're showing that they believe in their ability to get results everywhere we go. So we'll take it.
Well, if there's one thing we see this team doing more and more of, it's getting those character wins, especially on the road in a place like this. Now, in the first 45, your offense seemed slow. What was the message at halftime that resulted in that Javier goal 2 minutes into the second half?
Yeah, I felt again that there's windows of opportunities where we need to play the ball forward faster. We need to play into our strikers. We need to work for the space behind other teams' back lines more, where we kind of just play in front of and from side to side, and it's too much of that. And so possessions don't turn into attacks. Teams don't have to, really answer questions from us in terms of us really probing and trying to create problems for them. And I felt like we were missing opportunities. And so the ask at halftime was to break lines more, to look into the strikers. If we could shift the field, find our moments to press when we could do that, which is really where the goal came from. Kevin does a great job of back pressing from outside to inside. He recovers the ball, and within 2 passes, Sasha makes an incredible sort of reverse pass with his left foot that finds, I believe it was Efra or Julian on the backside. Seba on the backside, and it wasn't how we drew it up, but we talked about getting closer to the end line and squaring balls across the face of the goal so we would have cleaner looks, and it happened off of a press, but that's the type of goal that when we can do that more often, we're going to start scoring more goals. But it's because the reverse pass got us in behind the back line and we could square one, and Javier does what Javier does, which is if we can get the good spots, he's going to find little gaps in the box to finish things off. So pleased with that. That goal is a great goal. Both goals were fantastic goals. Obviously, the first one was more of a team goal, and the second one was just an incredible strike from Efra.
And what did you see from Jonah in his return tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's good to get him out there. He has loads of energy. He's working from box to box and trying to keep the ball moving and get the team flowing. It's a difficult game to come into because as you enter the game, most of the guys that you're coming in to play with have been out there for a while, and the altitude and are digging a little bit deeper. And so in terms of some of the fluidity with the ball and gaining possession, we weren't getting there as much as we would. So it became just a lot of defending for Jonah, and he did a great job of at times realizing when he could and just trying to step out and press the ball to give us little windows of time where we could get forward, get our back line out of our box, things like that. And so just his energy and presence was nice to have back out there. It's good to get him going again, and he'll be available now for more minutes on the weekend as we move to another tough game after this midweek game.
Congratulations on the win. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Nikki. We'll go next to Damian Calhoun. Damian, go ahead.
Hey, Greg. What has been the I guess the biggest improvements you've seen over Efra from early training camp till these the last couple of weeks where he's been in the starting 11, and then culminating with tonight's goal?
Yeah, I think Efra he's learning a lot on the tactical side right now with us, just where to position himself, where to find little gaps and opportunities, where to play in between the lines, how to organize himself early so that he knows and sees how he can finish attacks, whether those are with passes or with shots like he did today. But I think he's becoming more and more aware of and clever how his relationship to other players on the field can help him to get into the spots where he can do some damage. And he's obviously, there's nothing new about what he can do technically. There's nothing new about what he can do with his left foot. It's just, as he continues to learn to find the best possible spaces on the field for himself and for others, so he can finish attacks and help us to finish attacks, then he's going to keep getting better and better and more dangerous. And the earlier he can see that, if he can organize that 2, 3, 4 seconds before the action actually happens, and he knows and he sees how the action's going to happen before he even gets the ball, then he's going to be flying. So he's getting there. He's improving, week in and week out.
And Jorge, you subbed him off there. Was that just precaution, or what's his status?
He took a knock. It was more of I think not a twist or anything, but I think it was more of some kind of a collision or hit. And so instead of, he's put in a shift too, and so instead of trying to grind him out for the last few minutes, we tried to put in Fish, who had a little bit fresher legs and to deal with the outside. And we missed Jorge, but at the same time, we got through it, and he did a nice, hopefully he's going to be okay. I don't know the details of things yet, but I think it was more of a knock than it was a twist or anything like that.
All right, thanks.
Yep. Thanks, Damien. We'll do one more question from Josh Gessman. Josh, go ahead.
Hey, Greg, how's it going?
Good, Josh. How are you?
Good. Can we talk a little bit about Jonathan Bond and just the save that he made there at the end, and especially in this game? I mean, he didn't have to do anything in the first half. He was pretty quiet for most of the game, and then he has to come up with a big save. What does it take for a goalkeeper to be ready for that?
Yeah, it's difficult, but I do, what I think is the second half, there was always these almost moments where you might have to come up with something, which probably had him hyper engaged down the stretch, especially, the crossbar, the header off the crossbar, I think off of one of their set pieces was a few minutes before that. So again, I think he's proven all year just his experience in the goal and his ability to stay engaged and to make saves and to help us to preserve wins, things like that. So I mean, there's not much more you can say about the season he's had so far, and we hope he continues. And as I said to him, I hope we see less of you as this season continues to progress, and that you don't have to come up with those. But again, having said that, he had to come up with one tonight. We've seen other games where maybe he's had to come up with 2 or 3, and tonight it was 1, and it was really big because it was right down the stretch after we had just taken the 2-1 lead. And so we need him until we become more mature about how we close out games, and until we continue to prove as a team and see things out or put more goals in on the opposition. We need him to keep being the goalkeeper that he's been all year, and it's nice to have him back there.
Great. Thanks, Greg.
Yeah, pleasure.
Thanks, Greg. That's all we'll take for tonight. We appreciate your time as always.
All right.